Oh no! I'm being attacked by a herd of zombie kids! This farm is so not safe. Hello everyone, CodeOnBite here, and welcome to another episode of my Minecraft blah 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 blah. You all know the intro. Just thought I'd start things off with an enchantment, and you know what? I really gotta fix this whole jumping out at the wrong side of the minecart thing. Let's do that now. I wonder if this block of dirt here will prevent me from spawning in this corner. I bet it will. And whoa! What is this here? What is this thing here? Is that a horse? Is that a horse? Did Codon actually go out and get a horse? Did he seriously get a horse? That update that created them was like 1,000,000,000,000,000 years ago. We thought he was never gonna get around to getting a horse. Well, I got a horse, and that's not the only thing I got. I got a zombie who's looking at a villager and paying no attention to us whatsoever because of it. Ow. Ouch, yeah. I also got set on fire. But yeah, I got a horse, and ain't this awesome? We got a horse now! We got a horse! Alright, so let's go for a little spin around the base while I talk about things. Just, go for a little joyride, if we will. Although it's not really a joyride since, you know, it's our horse, so it's not illegal. Although it does bring us joy, and things in my way. I'm still kind of a noob at riding, so feel free to laugh at me and taunt me and make fun of me and all that stuff. I don't care. So, I installed update 1.7.2, and I was going to make an episode where I go on an adventure to explore all the new stuff in episode 1.7.2, and I actually did record a bunch of footage from that, but I took one look at it and realized that there is one problem. All the footage I shot was incredibly derpy. And that wouldn't be a problem. I mean, it's okay to do a derpy episode once in a while, but you know what? Look. Making a derpy YouTube episode is kind of like being late to work by 10 minutes. If it happens only once in a while, your boss will be like, hey, cool, everyone has stuff happen once in a while. But if it starts to happen all the time, then you got a problem. And so, I am not going to be making 2 derpy episodes in a row. So this episode, we've got big plans. Well, not huge plans, but we got plans for what we're going to do. And we will get started on those plans as soon as I finish talking. So, on that note, we shall tie our horse to this fence post with these leads that should have been in my hotbar instead of the flint, because flint by itself is absolutely useless in your hotbar. Can't right-click it or do anything with it, really. And yeah. In addition to getting a horse, I also got this awesome new Efficiency 5 shovel. Aw, yeah. Look at that. Dirt doesn't stand a chance. God, I love the anvil. So why am I completely destroying this this rather attractive little hill thing here? Well, I've decided something. Getting this horse made me think that I wanted to have a horse breeding facility complete with bales of hay and all kinds of stuff, and you know, basically, yeah. And I realized that I don't really have a good wheat farm. Well, I've known that for a long time. Sure, I have the little island over there, but that is a huge pain in the arse to get to. And I was thinking, you know what? I need to build something that's a little closer to home. And a key requirement for me is that whatever I build needs to be close to the witch farm. Because, look, I really goofed with the placement of the villager trading center. I built it just out of range of the witch farm, just slightly more than 128 meters away. And that's bad, because that means that the witch farm isn't running while we're over there. And that's one of the things that we're going to be spending the most time on, you know, near while we're at the base. So, you know, obviously the ideal thing would be to rebuild it, but I'm not made of time, okay? Some people aren't made of money. I'm not made of time. Well, actually, I'm not made of time or money. So that's not really going to be an option. However, we can build something else that we'll be spending a good amount of time at near the witch farm, and I've decided, you know what? We need some new farms. I haven't been breeding cows simply because it's such a pain in the arse to get all the way over to the freaking cow pit over there. That means we don't have leather to make item frames, we don't have leather to make books, all that stuff. And we also, I also don't really have a good wheat farm set up, so I thought, you know what, let's set up a nice little farm thing right here. And let's build it above ground, because to be honest, I'm getting a little tired of building everything below ground. When you're underground, I don't get to really enjoy watching the things that I've created while I work or farm or whatnot, you know? And, you know, you don't really get to see the witches actually spawning in the witch farm, which is unfortunate, you know, because we worked hard on that thing, and I'd like to be able to see them spawn. And I'd like to be able to watch the golems make their way to their death as I'm farming, because I'm a sadistic guy like that. I take pleasure in other mobs' pain, you know? Aren't I a nice guy? Like there, see? We get to see Mrs. Gulch break her neck. Well, we don't actually see her break her neck, but that would be cool. Maybe I could put like some glass around there so we can look down and watch her neck snap in half. Although we can't really do that until Mojang makes some better death animations. So yeah, what I'm doing right now is I'm just clearing out an area where we're going to have some farms. And then we'll have a tunnel through here, and on the other side of this little ledge, we will have a horse breeding range, or ranch, or a horse breeding thing, okay? And by horse breeding thing, I don't mean it's going to be like some complicated redstone thing that will automatically breed the horses, because horses are expensive to breed. What it will be is it'll basically be a place that has all the things we need to breed horses, and it will also have a few structures that will help us, you know, test the stats of horses. Like it'll have a thing to, you know, a series of posts set up so that we can test how high they can jump. And it'll also have a little redstone thing set up so that we can measure, you know, fairly with a good degree of precision how fast the horse runs. And so that will help us decide which horses to keep and which horses to, you know. Horses drop steak when they die, don't they? Yeah, I think horses drop steak. Am I right? I believe they do. But yeah, so that's the plan. This side we'll have all our conventional farms. We'll have a cow farm. Although I'm kind of thinking about where I want to put that, because I don't want to have too many entities clogging up the chunk load area. So maybe it'll have to be a cow farm that's on the smaller side of, as far as cow farms are concerned, or maybe I'll have it a little bit further away. But I do want it to be close to the wheat farm. And whoa, that was quite a witch pack there. That was quite the witch pack that we had there. Whew. Alright, so I've got this area cleared out here. And before I build the wheat farm, I'm going to need some supplies. I'm quite low on glass, and yeah, that's the main thing that I'm low on, so I need to go get some. But I'm also low on inventory space. You ever have it happen where your inventory just seems to get full and just constantly be full, and no matter how many times you empty it, it never really gets empty? And you come this way, buddy. You're gonna stay right here. You ever have that happen? Because that's been happening to me a lot lately. I think part of the problem is that this storage situation that I have is probably the worst storage room ever designed in the history of Minecraftia. Like, it sucks. It's the worst. Can't get any worse than that. I have to run like a mile, you know, to get to the different chests. They need to all be like right next to each other. I mean, look at this. Oh, now I gotta put the coal ore away. All the way over here, and then it's... You know what, we're just gonna go over here, because I don't want to deal with this crap. And then I have to empty my ender chest, and it's like, oh, time to get out all this freaking junk. Well, okay. I'll leave the iron blocks in there, because I do like to have a lot of iron in my ender chest, but now I put this, and I'm just going to do that, because I don't want to we can deal with it. And yeah, I want to have all the space because I need to get a whole bunch of sand. No sand is safe from my efficiency 5 shovel. None! It shall all die. Take that, Mr. Sand. That's what you get for getting in my eyes when I was little. Now you can feel the wrath of my efficiency 5 shovel. Okay, guys, so as you can see, my brand new shovel is almost used up because I just gathered like over a double chest full of sand. And I also got the supplies ready to make the wheat farm that we are going to make very, very quickly. I'm going to try to make this wheat farm building thing happen very, very quickly and not take too much time on it because really, wheat farm isn't complicated at all. Probably just do a speed run of me building it or something. But anyway, let's look at the ingredients. So, my inventory may be a complete mess, but I managed to organize my ender chest. So, first, we have dispensers, which I had to craft one at a goddamn time. Thank you, Mojang. Have some buckets because they're going to be full of water. We'll put them in the dispenser. Then we get some redstone because, you know, Mrs. Gulch owned it. I killed her, took it from her, and we need it for this thing. Then we got some building blocks here, the stone brick. I decided to use the stone brick. I may change that to iron. Then we got some half slabs because we're going to need to do some half slab wiring. Then we got some jack-o'-lanterns because I need a light source that's solid that I can put the redstone on. And we have some repeaters because, you know, need to repeat that signal. And some torches in case I decide to use torches instead of the half slabs, but I probably won't, maybe at some point. And then we get some glass. And then this is just junk that I have in here that I was too lazy to take out. Okay, let's head over to the witch farm, or to where we're gonna build the thingy. The wheat farm, not the witch farm. Both start with a W. Well, one is a WH. Still haven't quite decided where it's gonna be, but I'm gonna stop dilly-dallying and get going quickly. Alright, so now let's see. Holy moly! Mrs. Gulch had a... Well, I'm not going to say it, but... Mrs. Gulch had a mean person party. Okay, so... Enough dilly-dallying. I just need to decide where to build this damn thing, because otherwise I will never get it built. And I just realized I forgot to bring dirt. So... which I need to build this thing. Okay, so I just realized I'm an idiot. While I was digging this out, and this ground used to be a few blocks higher, and that's why this chest is suspended. I had put a bunch of dirt in here, and I forgot that I had all the dirt I need, so yeah, I'm kind of dumb. But I'm sure you guys all already knew that. I'm also putting a bed here so that I don't have to risk having a creeper blow up this horse before I've had a chance to breed off of it, because, you know, that would suck. Wouldn't it, Mrs. Gulch? That would really suck, wouldn't it? Yeah, she agrees. I really hate slime chunks right now. Like, really. But yeah, got a whole bunch of redstone in there. The reason I'm here is because I want to make some fences, and I have a huge surplus of sticks, so it would be criminal for me to craft more sticks out of wood logs when I could just do that and get them for free. I'll just do that a couple times. Why do witches drop sticks anyway? Like, come on. Well, sticks aren't required in any of the things that witches use. Splash potions don't require sticks. Brewing stands don't require sticks. What? Why do they drop sticks? Or are the sticks supposed to be their bones or something? Okay. Should really just fill this section in and make it all land. Then I'd have a lot of room to build all kinds of things. Okay, so I rode back to get something that I forgot, and the game was a little slow, so... 3 stacks of iron blocks worth of golems tends to cause lag. Okay, so the premise behind this farm is that we will have, and I'm going to build it right back here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope. 2, 3, 4. We're going to have an 8x4 plot of dirt where the wheat will be growing. And then on the back, right here, we shall have ender chest. Shall have 4 dispensers. And the dispensers will each have a bucket of water in them. And when we want to harvest the wheat, we fire the dispensers, water comes out, washes away all of the wheat to here, where it drops off the edge, where we collect it. And you know what? I need to move this fence because it is kinda in the way of where I want to build the farm. And of course, we are going to want to make sure that this thing is well lit up. Yeah. Don't want to see the face of the jack-o'-lantern. I suppose I could have done something with jack-o'-lanterns on Halloween, but thanks to where I work, being a store that where Halloween is its biggest sales time of the year, that didn't exactly work out. Joys of working in retail, I tell ya. And let's see. We'll do some here too. So now this wall here is going to be a full wall. And then the other side will not be a full wall. The other side, the wall will actually be out here. And this will be where the player walks when they need to replant the wheat. Oh yeah, and I'm forgetting something. Right under here, we of course have to have some water so that the farmland here can remain hydrated. Then of course we just we have to, you know, bring some blocks out here to power these dispensers. We'll make these ones jack-o'-lanterns so that we can have some light up here. Then we'll just we just need to run some redstone up to here. Speaking of which, we need to get it out of our ender chest. So we'll have like a button or something right there. Redstone comes along, and then it comes up here and powers these dispensers. I think I'm gonna go ahead and well, first put all this junk in here. Second, I think I'm going to remove these full blocks here. Ah, no, remove too many. And fill in with glass here. Put a solid block there, but this way we get a nice little view of this thing, which I think is good. And then it will then we'll be able to have some glass over here, where the player walks to replant the weed. I mean the wheat. It'd be so awesome if they added weed to Minecraft, wouldn't it? Weed. Yeah. That'd be pretty cool. Okay, had to run and get some wheat seeds. Almost forgot about them. So now all we gotta do is start getting the benefits from our diamond hoe, which hoes this ground a lot faster than a stone or iron hoe would. You guys can sense sarcasm in my voice, right? I'm not one of those people who's like really bad at doing sarcasm, right? I'm capable at it. Oh good. Okay. So we plant the wheat, and of course we have to put the buckets in the dispensers and make a button. So let's do that. Oops, I hate when that happens. Yeah, you can't take the water from an infinite water source too quickly. 2, 3, 4. So we just put a bucket in each of these dispensers, and then of course we make a button, because, you know, you need to have a button. We'll put the button right here. And then when all or most of the wheat has reached us, we simply hit the button again, and the water gets sucked up. And there you have it. That's how this little semi-automatic, not fully automatic, because we still have to come here and replant the wheat. So in other words, the more wheat we want to harvest, the amount of time that we'll have to spend here is basically linear to the amount of wheat that we want to harvest, as opposed to an iron golem farm, where the amount of time that we have to spend collecting is constant, no matter how many golems are in there. Well, almost constant. Sure, it takes a little bit longer to pick up all the iron and put it into chests, but we could get rid of that part too. Alright, so we have one level of this farm here completed. However, it only gives us 32 wheat. We could make it bigger horizontally, but that's not very desirable because that takes up a whole lot of the space around here, and there are other things that we want to do with this space. So what we're going to do is build up. So let's start adding a second level. There's one thing that I did here. I'm going to put a repeater here, just so that the signal at this point is as strong as it can possibly be. And then what we're going to do is half slab wiring. So I'm just gonna go up because I do need a thing right there. The first thing though is we need to start building the next floor of dirt, and we'll do that first. So we just build a second floor right above the first one, like that. And yeah.
Inch by inch, row by row, going to make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warm them from below till the rain comes tumbling down. Pulling weeds and picking stones, man is made of dreams and bones. Feel the need to grow my own, 'cause the time is close at hand. Grain for grain, sun and rain, find my way in nature's chain. Tune my body and my brain to the music from the land. Inch by inch, row by row, oh, to make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warm.
Minecraft nights are beautiful. You know, I really did pick a good spot for a base. While I was out exploring the 1.7.2 update, for a little while as I kind of regretted that I hadn't, I wasn't starting the world now. When I saw the Black Forest biome, which looks like a forest, but it looks like your typical, scary Lost in the Woods forest. Like the forest that Snow White ran through when she's escaping the evil stepmom who tried to have her bumped off. Yeah, it really looks like that kind of forest, and I was thinking, why couldn't I have had it built the base in that one? But I think this is pretty cool. We've moved some of the. We've ended up leveling some of the jungle, but not very much. For the most part, the jungle is left intact, and we can always, if we decide that we want some more jungle here, we can always plant some jungle trees, or even just build them manually. I mean, remember, you can use shears to harvest leaves and then place them. And yeah, I mean, this is really cool, and I like how you can just kind of see the village breeder cell in there. And then we have this large swamp out here. And man, those golem towers, they're beautiful at night. They're just downright beautiful. There's a new type of iron golem farm out there that this guy named Tango Tech designed. And it allows you to build an iron golem farm with 32 villages, but the villages are overlapping. He calls it the Iron Trench, and of course we're going to definitely be building one of these at some point. We'll have to extend the chunk grid out a bit. I don't know quite where I'm going to build it, but maybe over that way somewhere. But with chunk loaders we'll be able to have it extended as far out as we want. As far away from our base as we want, because remember, golems will still spawn even when even when you're outside the mob spawning range. So as long as the chunks are loaded, we'll be getting a whole bunch of iron. I mean, imagine 32 villages worth of iron. We'll just be able to build like everything out of iron blocks. It'll be crazy. But we're definitely going to do that at some point. Man, so many things that I want to do, so little time. And I have to go to work every day. Stocking shelves, dealing with mean customers. Well, most of the customers are nice, but I gotta say, the real world kind of sucks. Holy crap, guys. I let this go a little bit too long. Yeah, there's over 600 villagers in here ready to be zombified. Alright, so I'm actually going to stand up here. Before I let the zombies out, I'm gonna stand up here because we're gonna have a whole bunch of baby zombies spawning in here. Oops. Oh wow. I just did that. I hit the wrong... I meant to let the zombies up here in, But instead, I crushed all of the villagers in there. Wow. Fail click. Fail click. That was like 600. Oh boy. Well, looks like I won't be enchanting a new shovel anytime soon. Hey guys, so I just came here to get some more redstone. And I noticed that the glowstone and gunpowder are both completely full, which means that this hopper here is backed up, which means that we have a bunch of stuff in here. Now, previously, before I started making the wheat farm, I think the redstone and glowstone were about up to either here or here. In other words, these stacks were filling, were not completely full, and these ones were just a single one. But now, we've got the three stacks of glowstone dust in here, 2 stacks of gunpowder, and several more stacks of redstone. All in the time it took us to build the little wheat farm. So that just goes to show you, how stupid I was not to build the villager trading thing within range of this thing. What the hell was I thinking? Well, the answer is I wasn't. That's what. Alright guys, I was getting a little bit of lag, and I'm pretty sure I know where it's coming from. So yeah, let's see if I can do it right this time. Let's get the thing I want to enchant, which is over here. Yeah, we'll do a shovel. Or 2. Yeah, this shovel's almost used up. I want one that's just plain efficiency 5, without any fortune or any garbage like that on it. Okay, guys. Let's get ready to, baby zombies spawning like crazy. And come on, no fortune or anything on this, please. Just plain old efficiency unbreaking. Fuck. The reason I don't want fortune or silk touch on a shovel is that it's not that useful on a shovel, and additional enchantments like that make it more expensive to repair. I would like to have it so that I can have an efficiency 5 shovel with unbreaking on it that I can repair multiple times on the anvil. But when there's fortune or silk touch, you just can't do that. It'll cost more than 39 experience, and the anvil won't let you repair it. Alright, come on, give me what I want, See, this is bad, because I really don't want to combine these two together, because it'll try to put both fortune and silk touch on the same shovel, and even if that's not possible, you still get charged as if it was. So it still looks at it and says, okay, how much would it cost to put both fortune and silk touch on one shovel? And then it charges you that much, and that's just... I just don't want to pay that. Alright guys, so I went ahead and decided to make this 10 levels high. So if this thing has been left for a really long time and all the wheat is fully grown, we'll get 5 stacks of wheat from this. It's, I like it. I like the way it looks. I think it looks nice and elegant. It looks like a, high-tech skyscraper of sorts. Did I forget to put you up on a lead? I think I did. Yeah, we're putting you right there, buddy. I need to think of a name for you. And I also made a little pit over here. I put some cows in it. I'm not thrilled with the idea of having a whole bunch of entities, sitting around right here, because it will lag the game. But I do need leather. They've added some recipes that really do require leather, so you kind of need it. Alright, let's harvest this thing. It's raining wheat! I love this thing. I do have an issue where some of it lands up here, so maybe I have to find a way to avoid that. Maybe some guardrails. And then it also lands on these pressure plates. I'm thinking that what I might just do is take them out and let the water flow, you know, kind of in this direction. And now that all the wheat's come raining down, yeah, see, so almost 5 stacks, we get all these seeds. And of course, now we get the booby prize for choosing a resource that cannot be farmed fully automatically, and that is, we get to go and replant all of this goddamn wheat. Yeah. Yeah, so that's what protection and feather falling will do. They'll let you survive a fall from ridiculous heights. I'm hungry. Sorry, buddy. Looting, oh yeah, looting 3. Okay, let's breed the rest of you guys. You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammal, so let's do it like they do on the Discovery Channel. Oh yeah! You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammal, so let's do it like they do on the Discovery Channel. Funny, I don't recall seeing little red hearts above animals' heads on the Discovery Channel. Huh, look at that. Looks like we have an eclipse of the moon. An annular eclipse of the moon, it would seem. I mean, look, see, that's the Earth's shadow on the moon. And, oh, what am I talking about? Minecraft worlds are flat, and they're not... Well, actually, it is kind of a big square. At least the part before the point where the game will crash if we go past. I forget what they call that. And, ooh, an Enderman. You mad, bro? You mad? You mad, bro? Oh boy, Enderman's on fire. It's what we've always desired. Just let the flames get brighter, but don't you try to put him out. Okay, guys. It is time. To do the thing that would make Fern from Charlotte's Web squirm. Oh, please tell me there weren't a bunch of baby cows in there. I thought they'd all grown up. Okay. Pretty good haul. Okay. So this leather in particular is going to be helpful because we'll be able to make books with it, which we can trade to villagers or just use for, yeah. And of course... And you know, this is actually a pretty underrated way of getting experience points. So, yeah. And if you wanted to trade with villagers, you'd want to make sure to use a sword that did not have fire aspect, so that they don't get, so that they give you raw beef, but I'm mostly just going to use this as food, because I'd rather just trade the wheat to villagers. So yeah. Oh, and yeah, off camera, I went and did something, and I should really do this kind of thing much more often. Even though it takes time, it's totally worth it. This chest, send to Villager Mall. Guess what happens when you put items into this chest? Yep. And oops, forgot to cover that up. I should probably... Another thing I should be doing more of is not leaving things looking really ugly. But yeah, so I can take items in this farm. I can drop them in this chest. And they'll get sent over to our Villager Mall. Pretty nifty, eh? Basically, that's a way of compensating for the fact that I didn't build these farms right over. And whoa! Did you see all those Mrs. Gulches spawn? That was a lot of them. This is a way of compensating for the fact that I didn't build these wheat farms right next to our villager trading center. It's basically a way of saying, you know what? Sure, it's not right next to it, but when we get wheat, we can send some over to the villager trading center so that we can use it for trading and whatnot, or making books or whatever. So yeah, I really should be doing stuff like that much more often, but you know, I often just am in too much of a hurry to get moving on to the next thing, you know? It's like, oh, I want to build the next thing. I want to move on. And early on in the adventure, I never built a good wheat farm like that because I just wanted to get the Iron Golem farm up and running really quickly, and, you know, that's not good. So, yeah, as you can see, all our stuff is ending up right here in this chest array. Took quite a few hoppers to do it, but who cares? Hoppers are pretty easy to come by now, what with our iron farm and whatnot. Goodbye. Uh-huh. The wheat hasn't shown up yet. It is a tad slow, but, you know, whatever. Do babies... Okay, good. Baby zombies give experience. For a second I thought they didn't. Because they're actually more dangerous than regular zombies, methinks. I mean, they have the same health. And they're faster. Okay. Well, we got to level 30 just from that baby zombie attack, so let's enchant something. Yes! That's exactly what I need. That'll be easy to combine with a lot of different things. Yes! Oh my god, finally. I've been waiting for this shit for so long. Why is it so hard to get an unbreaking book? Well, I'll tell you why. It's because you have to freaking... It's because you can get an enchantment for tools, weapons, or armor. You know, sword or bow. Anything, really. So, the odds of you getting a tool, even a tool enchantment, are kind of low. So, yeah.